So, so first of all, thanks to everyone and Dr. Ponmalar. So it's really a great and privileged session for me. So it has been planned for uh, the in-person training for you guys, but due to this unfortunate situation, so entire globe is struck with the corona and quarantine each and every one. Um, so it was been planned for the in-person training. So I thought it's a great opportunity to meet you guys in person. But due to this, the corona, right? So everybody is quarantined. The entire world becomes struck, and we're not able to meet in person. But anyways, so I've given a special request with your professor. Dr. Ponmalar. So she said better we'll think about that how we can make it on through online. So almost some more than 2 months, I think we are planning on this. Even it was planned last September, but few months back we are discussing about how we can take it forward through online means is really challenge, but today see it becomes a reality. So I'm in the other end of the world, then you guys are in this different location. So it's a great, it's a privilege, and it's a really I'm happy to present my knowledge, what I have learned with the industries. Okay, so I have the chatting window. So if you guys have any doubts, any questions, please you can raise your hands so that I can make you guys unmute, or else you can raise your questions for the chat window, or else if you want to talk anything, so better please may let me know that. So it should supposed to be a interactive section, guys. Okay, so not because I'm not sure you guys are you have any doubts or whatever it is. So if it is going to be a what is that in class means probably I can see through how you guys are reacting basically. So I used to have a take a classes for the other people for professionals so far, but from the college students. So if you're in front of you guys, probably you can ask me question directly. Then it may be a more interactive section. But I'm expecting from each and everyone, please um, raise for questions. So I have the chat window open. Just fight with me so that just uh, raise your hands and so that we can take it up. Okay, right. Cool, guys. So, so self introduction, guys. So I'm not sure, so my name or one of the details have been shared with you guys. So anyway, so this is Shanta Babu Pandian. So I'm working for the Cognizant, and in the UK almost 6 years and 6 to 7 years. So I've been working as a senior data analyst, technical delivery manager. So I'm taking care of all data related projects and a data scientist in data science implementation project as well, and machine learning in the environment of Azure environment. Okay, so this is just my quick experience and the background. So let me get into the slides quickly, guys. Okay, so so I'm sure you have the syllabus with you guys, right? So this is going to be almost so we have planned for 24 hours, I guess. Is it correct, ma'am? Yeah. So we have been raised almost 24 hours timeline for time hours for this session, the for the entire syllabus to cover. So by the time when I'm designing this course for you guys, I picked up the topic um, in my mind and based on your um, the stream, because I could understand from Dr. Ponmala saying that you guys are from EC background, so where I also arrived from the same location. Okay, so this is just a high level topic. So just I want to reiterate to you guys. So there's introduction to data science and statistical inferences requirement for data science. It's not a big deal. So mostly it's going to be complete the mathematical. So probably you guys have gone through in your all semester max 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I believe like still theory and random process. I think still there might be similar syllabus for you guys, or it might be like some enhanced version. So the second chapter we are going to discuss about like not much with the statistical. So I'm planning to sorry. So a little bit organized way to bring up the new topic as well, and to accommodate like to understand better on start data science part. And Sam, the chapter 3 is going to be like the data extraction and data wrangling and exploration. Guys, this is very very important. So most of the things like it's going to be with the chapter 3 part. So anyway, I'll try to extract the most of the information from based on my experience and my knowledge and give it to you guys. So I have few other questions. Probably will come to you guys. So probably like so we can have a complete interactive session, so that would be easier. Otherwise, the next 3 hours, if you keep on talking, so really you guys get bored. Even I'm also get bored. So here it's almost morning 10:30 is going to be 10:30 Sunday. So if you're going to be interactive things, it will be really good. Okay, not much more detailed things, like probably you can have a questions, so that would be easy. Okay, don't keep on, don't put me in that side like in the talking mission, something like that. Okay, cool. And then chapter 4 is going to be data visualization techniques using a Python library. This is a really is a very interesting topic, guys. Like so the data visualization, I'm not sure how many of you know that what is a visualization in IT domain. So any of you know like what is that data visualization? Any idea? Anyone? So that I can like I can unmute them so they can speak at least a few words. Anyone? So you can say about like anything about data visualization. Probably you know, like you guys are from VC background, and so recent, not recent, last 20-25 years, like even if it is going to be EC or Triple or any background, the people definitely like they come to know what is that, the entire IT programming language and other business intelligence tools, etc., etc. Correct? Yeah. So I got one thing from, it's like a graphical representation, like yeah. One minute, guys. So I got a one ping, two ping. I got from Sri Ram and Amulya Upal Kritigayan, right? Kartigayani, I guess. Okay. Okay, good. So I got a few pings. Thanks, guys. So you at least it interrupt the and analyze the data in structured manner. Great. In the way by which we can make others to understand the data. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, at least like so I getting the some few pings. Representation of in your insight of the understanding the matter. Okay, cool. And then the chapter 5 is going to be the introduction to the machine learning and techniques. Hey guys, I'm telling you. Okay, we got someone has raised the hands. Okay, right. So I'm planning to the session is going to be better. I'll tell you the how we are going to drive this session, entire session. Okay, so here the today the session is going to be just the data science. What is data science, and what are the role in it? Okay, with respect to the data science projects, and then uh, where we are applying that data science, and then what are the scope of the data science, and um, the main environment we used to have that Anaconda environment. So those information we are going to discuss, and it's more going to be 90% is going to be like a demo, not demo, like just as a theory part. Like I'm planning to cover the theory practical by next session. Okay. Okay, guys. Right. So so how many of you know what is a data science? Is there any idea? So anybody want to speak about the data science? So already know Shanta probably. I mean, I know that what is data science. I have gone through few topics. So in my busy schedule. So if you want, anybody want to share anything? Okay. So well, okay. So let me unmute this guy. Yeah, Amulya Upal, right? So can you speak about something about that, please?
Yes, sir. Good
Yep.
afternoon, sir. First of all,
Good afternoon.
sorry, good
Yeah,
morning, sir.
no problem, man.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
sir, actually, data science means like understanding the data behind means like how we represent our data in a more better way, so
Mm-hmm.
that you will be able to analyze the data because the data cannot be in the good form always. Sometimes you need to realize the data from the things like if a person likes this thing, he may likes that thing. So on that basis you need to make the data so that things involved all in this data science, like how we put the data to make it a correct predictions and all that will come under the data science.
Okay, good understanding. Good, man. So next, I think the other guy, I'll make a better unmute all. So if anybody wants like speak, you others can unmute, like you can unmute yourself. I unmute everyone. So please, Karthikeyan, yeah.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, what I think is the data science is some methods to predict the big data. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to predict some kinds of the
Mm-hmm.
relation or the representation. Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Not much idea about it.
Okay, good,
So,
good, good answer. Like in say, so first of all, like why we need the data science basically, right? So let me bring up that data points. You probably see um, during that the evaluation of the computer, the 1980s and 1990s and all, the data what we have used was really very small because like most of the people, like the most of the across the globe, the IT industries was the revolutions become like more, I could say, like in the mid of 90s, right? So before that it was there, but it was very minimal. Okay, so it was very minimal. So you hope you know that, right? So after probably you guys are after they were born, then it's become very like each and everything's nowadays recently last 5 to 10 years down back. So it just started a huge amount of data it's floating across the globe. That's very important thing. And the probably you might I don't know whether you have one gone through the data structure subject. No, okay, fine. But I think I'm sure you guys are done with um, C programming, C++ programming, and playing with some data. So have you guys are worked with any database? Any database? Any database? Any idea? Have you guys are worked with the database? RDBMS, BDMS, either SQL, or else like playing with Excel sheet, pulling the data from Excel and displaying on the screen, something like that. Have you guys are done any at least one or two screens, small application for your any other small project or something like their internal project, something like that? Anyone? Have you played around with the data along with like a programming program, CC programming, or else it could be Java? Any idea? I'm not getting any ping. Any one of you? Or no? Have you guys have done any programming things earlier? Playing around the data? Anyone? Okay, tell me like what is the data basically? So this is a data science, right? The session is called the data science. So what is data? Anyone? Raw facts. Sriram. Okay. Then any others? Collection of information. Very good. Information. So I got a three ping again from Sriram, Kirti and Kavin Yalini. Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah. So again, so what kind of database you guys are used? Like, so you guys are telling like the data is nothing but the facts, information, collection of information. right? It can be from the image into remote sensing. So it's very high level. So Kaushal Kumar, you are looking the data from flight view. Okay, come on, no problem. Any others? Anybody else? So have you guys are gone through any database perspective, like any SQL Server or anything? You get a chance. I can understand you guys are EC background. So you guys did you guys get any chances to work with database? Student record. Okay. Movie rating. Okay. So probably I think you guys are refreshing some data and data reference. What is it? Data reference with respect to data science. That's the reason I'm getting all these remote sensing, image remote sensing, and movie rating, something like that. Okay, guys, no problem. So, guys, actually, I think already unmuted you guys. So you can, if you want to talk, you can talk. Not a problem. Okay. So then it will be easy for me to run the show, right? If I'm very fast, please let me know. One minute. Where is that? Yeah. Okay, so I'm free to make you guys are unmute so that anytime you can talk to me, not an issue, because it's a finding that pop-up is really challenging for me. Okay, guys. So coming to the point, right? So data is nothing but is the information, right? So earlier 90s and before that, the data is represented is nothing but like it's a collective of information, is a data. Okay, so data is nothing but it's a collection of information. A single data is nothing but a data. You hope you understand that. So in 90s and all, see, we never bother about what is that? The size of the data, or how to accommodate everything. So everything is going to be like RDBMS, DBMS. So I'm not going to deviate from the data science into the RDBMS DBMS concept, but I want to try to understand. You guys want to understand what data and what is very important of this data in recent years. That's very important. Okay, so in 90s actually, so we had data that we had mostly structured and very small. So structured and unstructured. So do you guys have any idea about like the structured and unstructured database? Any idea? Okay, guys. So I already unmute you guys, so you can speak. You can ask anything from me, so that it will be easy to the interaction, because that the program itself is talking about data science, right? So it's going to be play around the data. Good. So in the early 90s, we used to have that what is that? The mostly structured data. Structured data. I think one of you guys have sent a message saying that the student record. The student record basically how it looks like. So let me do something. So if I have, this is the row and column. Okay. So I'm going to do drawing by using employee number and name and salary. Let's for example. Okay. So this is nothing but a small the data set, or it could you can say is a table, whatever it is. So here I have employee number and employee name and salary and other details. Okay, so it could be anything. So here I used to have a detailed information like employee number 100, name might be your name, anything, and salary, all the data one by one here, right? So this is going to be a structured data. Guys, I think you've already done with the C programming, right? Have you done your C programming language, C++ in your semester? I'm correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So in that, probably you guys are like gone through the concept called the structures, correct? Creating structure and giving the defining the fields, and then you are creating a like a structure variable, and then passing the values to the structure and printing those structures. Is that correct? You guys can speak, not a problem. Because there I get so many yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So probably like if you understood, so probably you can speak out. That not a problem. So this is nothing but structured a database, actually the table, because actually until late 90s, and it was like the concept called RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System, and before that even it's going to be a database management system. So by using FoxPro, DBase, that's even for us as well, so like very olden database terminology. But after that, slowly they move into the structured database. It's a structured one, and nothing but like the, what is that? I could say the FoxPro is a very when we move into the industry, then by the time it was there, and then we used to have a SQL Server and Oracle, and so many databases are there nowadays. Actually, it's become like so the database perspective, it's becomes it's really different things are there nowadays. Okay, so in earlier 90s and before that, um, we used to have this one like the mostly like structured and unstructured data, right? So now I think you guys are familiar with what is that? Spotlight, the data, where it is. So nowadays the data, it's just creating each and every actions. It creating data. Do you believe, guys? Do you believe, the guys? Because each and every action of individual human being, it has been recorded, and it can be used for some other purpose. You guys are with me? Yes, of course. Because so we used to have, nowadays we everybody is using like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and other social media like Telegram and Instagram, everything. So this is actually handily we are using all this information, all this like what is that? Um, the app. So you are interacting with putting a like, and sometimes you're giving a commands, and you are uploading your photos, pictures, audio, video files, everything. So guys, actually when we are talking about like just feeding the employee details, and then what is that, employee details or student details or product information, so until then it becomes like completely structured database. Okay, so until then it's a structured database. So whenever I started talking about like uh, we are uploading with what is that, the Facebook, like best example, right? So uploading the files, uploading pictures or videos or audios, whatever it is, then completely the data become unstructured or semi-structured. So the recent years, I could say last 10 years, the 10 years, the data, it's become very huge and vast in the form of like data representations, kind of what is that? Um, it's not only structured, it's going to be it's going to be unstructured and semi-structured. So because of this, all this, the new social media and things, and all other apps in recent in the what is that, not only for IT guys, it's a common to across all in individual guys. Okay, so in any individual person, they can go and play around the data, not play around the data, basically without knowing them, they are playing around the data, like uploading that. Okay, so how many likes has been arrived, so it's going to be numeric values, we can do that. And same way the pictures, so probably you guys are mostly understand, like when you are uploading the pictures in Facebook, so it is used to ask you like you want to tag your friends. Okay, so you can tag the friends, that is nothing but what is that, this is a one of the concept which comes under in data science and machine learning. What is that, in the point of view, it's going to be a computer vision, right? And it's a computer vision direct hit, so I can go one step behind, it's going to be deep learning. So find out who is this, so how the computer understand, probably you can understand, just it will give the indication, your friend's name, probably you and your friend, you are like taking a picture, it has been uploaded in Facebook, so quickly the system will say the guys might be this guy. How it is possible? This is because of like internally we are doing all the deep learning analysis to understand the pictures and picture wise, that is something but it's a semi-structured and unstructured things, and making understanding by the computer and giving the information to you guys. That's the best example and classic example for that what is that, the computer vision or deep learning, whatever it is, right? And recently in COVID situation right now in China, they have implemented one system in public. So what they are doing, they are monitoring the individual person body temperature when they are walking on the road. Okay, so it's like a complete population. They have flooded the number of people that they are walking on the road, right? There was a system is implemented. It's like a CCTV camera, right? So CCTV camera, what it will do, it will go observe the individual people and figure out the the body's temperature, it's high or low, whatever it is. They have some threshold condition, kind of like the some level. So if it is more than that, immediately that information pass on to that their the security team or the medical team, whatever it is. It will be give the indication to that this guy is having some severe condition, so probably he might hit with its corona, so they try to understand so how these guys want to take the treatment, whatever it is. So in that level, the computer vision and the bigger based on that the data taken from the public, they are giving that instruction to them, saying that how they are doing. The same way the people are nowadays, they're doing the projects, how they are socially distanced. So on the road, if they want to manage that the social distance and at least 2 meters from each other, so they are maintaining those social distance when they are on the what purchasing any other items. Actually here in Europe, so in most of the shops, people like it's going to be like in the big queue and between around the 2 meters gap, so social distance, and they're allowing one by one to the shop, and they're getting the things and they're coming out and the other next person is going. So those kind of situations going on. The same way there is this applications recently they're building by using the data science and machine learning point of view, and they're giving that application to the like social awareness. So how people are managing social distance, and what is that, the specific persons having any specific infection affected or not. All those informations we are extracting from individual. Okay, good. And then decision making. So decision making, as I mentioned, I clearly am straight away I'm giving the sample example, that's the self-driving car. So how many of you know that the self-driving cars, Kartigaini or Upal? Yeah, Tesla, excellent, good. Yeah, Kaushal, yes, autonomous cars. So why don't you speak about that, Kaushal Kumar? Tesla cars, Tesla, you said, right? Yeah, anybody? Manimala, I think she's like unmuted herself. Yeah, Amol, yeah, good man. Come on, cool. Yeah, please.
So, sir, the self-driving cars are like that.
Mm,
They are based on the mechanism, like whenever
mm,
they are having some ultrasonic sensors around that. So the things, whenever it goes in the wrong path, so it will
mm,
get away from that, and it will walk on the same, means in the right way. It will not go either to the more right or more left.
mm,
So means those are the mechanism they follow in the self-driving cars, and
mm,
by using that mechanism, the Tesla,
mm.
as Koshal has said, that those companies are being building those, have built actually those types of cars and are being tested nowadays in the industries.
Cool. Very good. So how it has been built? Do you have any idea? So in what basis actually they're building all those the self-driven? You said like it's okay, it's driving on the road, so the somebody is hitting like some obstacles in front of the car or any vehicle, so it's just taking the other direction and it's moving around that. So how it is all it doing? Like, do you have any idea?
Might be, sir, including the
Hmm.
based on the, I think so, these applications only, like whether based on the data science and others
Hmm.
activities, maybe this will be working.
Exactly. Yeah. Obviously, it's going to be data science perspective. Correct. Okay. Any other answers? Great, man. So you got the feel of like the how the self-driven cars are working. Cool. So any other answers, guys? guys, actually this is really related to our the electronics and communication systems like as well, like so it's not away from that. So I believe me. So I think you guys are having that subject called digital signal processing, right? DSP. That's a really like what is that? It's a terrific subject. The so many years, I guess, right? And then sorry to say that, and then we have the other subject called signals and system. So we are thinking those just like theoretically we are going through that, but all this DSP and this SS is coming to the picture and shaking the hands with the IT industry, so like computer science industry, basically computer science domain, and bringing all those features. Correct. So if you're already completed with DSP, better you go back and try to understand better than earlier, because the recently all the research and so most of the new innovations coming into the picture by using DSP combination of computer um, domain perspective, because actually all the filters you probably you might have what is that Chebyshev filters, Butterworth filters. So what other all other signals, right? So I have studied this more than the 20 25 years, I believe. So still I can recollect because of the nervousness of the system, the application, like the subject. Still I remember that. Okay, so all those the filters, all those signal systems, like how it has been built earlier, now it's completely aligned with that the self car driven car and more industrial robotics things. Everything's are there. Okay. So any other answer, guys? Any other answers from like with respect to the Google cars or automated car? Feel free, you can talk to me, not a problem. I can understand this is a first class. Probably end of the session, I think everybody will start speaking. I know that. Anybody? Otherwise, I'll name it. Then you are to supposed to answer on these questions. Don't bother like it's like wrong or right. We can correct it. Probably you might don't know the concepts better than me. So even I can learn something from you guys. So it's like a mutual thing. Like we can understand what exactly. Any other answers? You guys want to me question anyone directly? Okay, no problem. I don't want to make charge at you guys. Okay, so so quickly, yeah. Somebody want to talk. Somebody. Everybody they self muted. Yeah. Okay, fine, cool. I believe you guys are in front of the system, right? Correct me wrong.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Right. So in my presentation, I have given that. Anyway, we'll discuss all those things later. Okay, in deep detail. So just I want to quickly understand that self-driven car. So guys, actually, the self-driven car, it's a what is that? It's a human-made car in which how it is running. Basically, we have the concept called reinforcement learning. The system learn itself. So in such a concept, so they used to build um, the cars. So how they're using that? They're taking the data. See, for example, if I'm taking 100 good drivers uh, driving information, somehow I can take the data through my the application. So I'll take all the data, I collected the data, and then I feed into the data into the system and figure out what exactly, because actually even if it is a good driver, there's a chances to make some mistakes or errors when they are doing driving, even they are driving more than 10 or 15 years. Okay, so even though they are running the more than 10 to 15 years of driving skills, they might have do some mistakes. But the what the system will do, we as a data scientist, what we used to do, we have to driven the data and try to figure out what exactly went well, exactly went 100 percentage well. We'll extract all those data through the different sensors, through the different sensors. Okay, so extract all the data and feed into the system, and system automatically, it's a combination not only for data sciences, not only for your electronics and communication systems, and it's a combination of automobile, everything. Okay, so when you talk about the automated car, so here all the most of the best engineering field come together, and they are giving their best, and then the car started driving. So here in the picture you could see that, right? So the car is running over here. Okay, it's the driving, so it's coming on the lane one, and then so there's a people are crossing, and same time we have like what is that, some obstacles in that, like for speed regulator. So the system will sense, okay, so obviously, see, if the human being, what they will do, okay, some people are there anyway, it's a zebra crossing, nobody will go and cross, even though if the people are on the way, okay, across the globe, like no one like go and cross that road because a zebra cross. So the system will understand the sensor. It's actually made up of a thousand crores of sensors in whether Tesla car or any other self-driven car. It will get the data and find out is there any obstacles or not. Guys, actually, I will pick up the other one. So when you are logging, probably you might have some challenges to figure out what is that. Um, Find out the signals and find out the number plate and find out where the traffic lights are on or green or number display, like enter those numbers when you are doing any other online purchasing or online login. You end up those in situation. So you guys are done with that. The system used to ask, find out like where is the signal. Any idea? Upal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. So you have end up with that situation.
Not yet, sir.
So through online purchasing, probably you might see like some set of 5 to 8 pictures in that. It may ask um, it may ask like pick the signals, and sometime there is a few pictures showing that pick up the what is that, the shop title, something like that. It could be different shop. I got one message, Sam. I think you can unmute yourself. You can talk. Yeah, he has given some neural networks. People are giving a very big jargon words, but they're not speaking. Guys, please speak and talk to me. Still we are in the slides one. Okay, so guys, actually when you are doing all those things, what happened actually, I don't know whether you guys are come across a situation or like you don't want to disclose that your experience here. Okay, anyway, it's not a problem, right? So let's take through doing online purchasing, or if you have any critical login. Recent years we used to choose some options, probably like there might be a signals, or that might be like a number plates, or that might be what is that, um, um, the board of the shop boards, or identify the any person, something like that. So we used to select all the options and we are giving yes or no. That is nothing but like the system, it will ask whether you are a robot or you are a human being. Yeah, I put this in this way, probably like the system will ask you like you are a robot or not. So you used to say no, I'm the human being. So why they are doing security purpose, but internally they're getting the data, and they want to try to learn the computer itself what exactly is understanding. Because guys, actually when I'm driving the car, there could be like opposite side, I might have the signals, it's going to be red or green or orange. Okay, so I want to sense the data. So system, how it will sense? So my system, the sensor will get the data and it will show in this type of picture, and my system will understand, hey, it's in red. Yes, what is that red? Yes, in my 15 drivers and almost 20 years experience, whenever it's a red, they stop the car. The instruction given to the car, and automation system, it automatically it will stop and reduce the speed and just stay for some time. And when it's become green, and again the sensor will sense that, take the picture of that, and will give the information to that system, and it will understand, yes, my driver, when it is green, it started driving the car, so the car will start driving. So we are telling it's a very simple way, but it's a playing around with the multiple millions of data and connecting and going with that. And the same way, You know, right? Google Maps and all. The Google Maps and all is it's a kind of, what is that? It's a machine learning data, machine learning implementation as well. So where exactly the traffic's heavy, and the automated card, it's also giving instruction to you guys, right? We are going the direction, but when we are going this route, it's going to be really traffic. Take the another route. The automatically the car will take the another route, and it will go to take it to the your destination. So that's how it will used to do. Okay, so I don't want to touch more on this self-driven car. Then I quickly jump into the recommended the product to your customer. Guys, tell me, like, so again, Amulya, probably you're only that like unmuted, yes, no, muted yourself, right? Right. So
Yes,
can
sir.
you tell about like what is that the recommended system? Like I think you have experience with Amazon, Flipkart, any other online marketing.
So
Do you understand? Yeah.
I think, sir, it's like suppose if you are going to buy a particular thing, like if you buy a phone,
Mm,
they will recommend to buy a phone case
mm,
along with the security, and
exactly.
all those things will be given. Similarly, that's
Mm,
the recommend procedure all this online marketing will follow. They
mm,
will give you that as a better price also, so that you can means if you club individually
mm,
it will cost more, but if you are getting it as a one, it will cost
mm.
a bit less. So that's the strategy they used to follow, and
Correct.
that's, I think, the recommended thing they are following. So based on the one thing, they will recommend you the other thing which is linked with that, like
Cool.
with the phone, the cover, that type of things.
Cool. Good. Very good. Thank you. Good, guys. So the recommendation system is nothing but actually, as so my friend Kaush Amulya Paupal said, right? So it's a kind of what?
So it's a kind of way like they are telling to you,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if you buy a phone, so you need to buy a case cover also. They will give you the recommendation of that also.
Cool.
Then again, with the if you buy something else, like what we can say, like a laptop, a case with that, then it's
Hmm.
security with the Flipkart itself or Amazon itself. They will provide some of the securities for the laptop, antivirus, and all those things. So this and all will club, and these are all the recommendations will be given to the user, so that it can brought more and more things from that particular
Perfect.
site.
Perfect. And on top of that, I can add a few things like so based on your early history. Okay. So if you're selecting the mobile, some specific a model, then
Yes.
automatically what will happen, that will be like, see, for example, if I'm purchasing Moto G or Samsung new Galaxy or whatever it is. So the people like me, like-minded people, they used to select this kind of the products. So the system will give the recommendation to me as well, or else like someone else. So if I'm purchasing similar products or similar kind of product, it could be a toys or any dress or costumes, anything. So what will happen if the similar people are searching something on the web? So automatically it will bring up, hey, this is, we don't disclose any name of the people, but it will say that, it will say that these are the options is like the selected by a some set of people. All the options probably you might have experience. In top portion, if you're searching something, in bottom we have a list of items. What is that? It has been purchased by so many people, and Amelia said, right, it's going to be like a combination of option, and all together if you get this mobile along with the pouch, or else it's going to be along with some other things like, so it's going to be like a plus with extra uh, 200 rupees or 300 rupees, whatever it is. That's kind of like item based recommendation system that is also built based on, that's a machine learning algorithm. And then recommendation systems for like the another example, like that is okay, so that is a user based one, and is item based one, collaborative filtering, like the Netflix and Amazon online um, what is it, movie, right?
Amazon.
Yeah. So in that case, it could be recommendation. For example, if you're watching, always watching, like if the horror movie, or always you are moving like you are watching that the comedy shows, or if you are going like romance movie mind, the system what it will do, it will pick up that the similar kind of movies, and it will started displaying on the screen below that when you're watching the movie. So it will say, hey, this is the movie, it could be recommending for you guys. And same way, your friend is watching the same movie or any other movie, and then it will that will recommend it to you as well. Your friend has already watched this movie, better you go ahead, because it will give the recommendation to you. So how the things are built, all are built based on that some algorithm. How these algorithms, these are the so many huge of data and bringing into the picture. Okay, right. So any question? So coming to here, the data science. So far we have discussed about like why we need the data science. So for just quickly, you can recommendation system or any other perspective. So we need a data science. Obviously, without those things, we cannot use all those things, right? So here, one of the economist, the Nobel Prize winner, what is the data? Torture the data, and it will confess to anything. It's that correct, right? Do you agree? So the data science is a concept. I unify the statistics and data analysis and machine learning, and they're the methods. Understand analysis the actual phenomena of the data. So people, you guys are like given examples like insight of the data, and what is that? What exactly the data is telling, the inside the story, and then extracting the data from the large typical big data things, and here the quick view of the combination of the data science. So the data science, s- most of the people they used to say is like it's a combination of computer science and maths and science, right? So the computer science and maths and statistics, right? And the subject matter experts. And see, this is a combination of the Venn diagram, right? So by using this Venn diagram, they're representing the data science. What is the data science? It's a combination of like a computer science and maths and stats and a subject matter expert. Okay, what is the computer science? Is nothing but like obviously it's going to be a programming language, and then traditional software we can use, or else like the new upcoming, the new latest softwares we can use, and we can build the data science like the machine learning models. And then if you're switching into the maths and science statistics, yes. So you guys have said like visualization. So visualization is nothing but a chart, correct? The chart how it is like. So it's going to be some simple pie chart or bar chart, and it could be anything, right? But if you talk about the machine learning, anyway, we'll come to that the later part. What are the visualization features are available? So we will show that. Um, so the simple chart, like for example, I have a bar chart and pie chart means it will predict what exactly is available in the data. That's it. For example, I have I'll have what is that? Virat Kohli is like how many runs he has hit in a specific set of matches. I might have like number one to let's take like a best 100 matches means. So I could see 100 bars, and the 100 bars it will make like it reaches like 100 or double century means it will make a bar chart, and you can visualize, yes, he has done 10 centuries and 3 double centuries and 550 something like that. So all those data, it will predict that, what is that, it will say that, not predict, it will say that what exactly he has done. And same time, if you want to understand where he has done the maximum scores, and when he has done a maximum scores means it's going to be a, what is that, what is this a consistency level, and what is this like the presentation level, like how capacity he can do that. So probably people used to say the guy is like is on form, right? Is on the form, probably they will predict this guy will do better in this season, something like that. So all those things we are going to predict by using a statistical method, right? So you hope you guys are like done with the statistics, correct? You guys are done with any stats in um, um, your program, right? In your BE program, like finding mean and medium, and finding linear algorithm, linear equations, bilinear binomial equations, polynomial things, and Poisson theorem, probability theories. It could be like a poem base theorem. You guys are done with that, right? Okay, right. And then this is going to be a subject matter expert. So who is a subject matter expert? See, guys, actually, the SME, we used to call out as a SME, that's a subject matter experts. The subject matter experts is nothing but, see, for example, there is a different domains in industry, right? So, banking and financial, consumer goods, manufacturing, and then healthcare, and um, what else? So other things like, so there are so many, there are so many industries are available. So we need to bring someone, the subject matter experts. For example, if you're going to um, if you're going to design a machine learning model for the banking, so obviously we need someone expertise from the that field. That is nothing but that's a SME over here. Guys, if you want to become this data science, it's not necessarily you have to have all these things. Probably you might have the computer science knowledge, and if you have the machine learning knowledge, and if you have that mathematics, that will be well and good. But it's not really to be, you want to be expertise of the specific the industrial domain expert, not required initial time basically. Okay, so moving forward, probably you might need to understand, for example, 5 to 6 years, if you are the same domain, if you're doing a project for a specific industry, so definitely that will help you guys to understand better what is the terminology, how to approach the problem, and solving all those solutions. Okay, this is a simple understanding of the data science combination of by using the Venn diagram. This is a universal things, and if you are confusing yourself, forget about it. This is the simple understanding of what is that data science, programming plus statistics plus business. Simple. Got it?
Yes, sir.
See, this is another example. Just what is that specific data science? So data science is nothing but, so data plus science is equal to data science. It's a simple equation, right? Right. So here the data, as I mentioned earlier, it could be audio or video. It could be like any type of files like a log files, a JSON format, Excel, or XML, whatever it is. And then so we are going to apply the methodology which is available specific to the data science domain, and we are going to extract all these kind of visual representation and data points. Like this is going to be your what is that scattered chart. Okay, yeah. So this is going to be your scattered diagram, and then this is going to be your plot diagram, box diagram. Anyway, we'll see all these things one by one, and this is going to be a Poisson distribution, normalization, right? So this is already, you know, right, the graph which you already you understood, like a bar chart, whatever it is, and this is a histogram. Okay, so all these kind of things. See, guys, see, for example, let's say if I have um, if I have 10 people's scores, like from 10, marks, right? For example, semester one, I have 10 people's like 10 students mark. So basically, what it's going to be say that I can represent in this form, right? Who is the maximum scorer? So like this is the guy. Actually, he got the maximum score, the overall subject, right? And the guy is going to be represented the next level, and the same way for the other guy is going to be the other level. But you want to understand the inside of the data. Inside of the data is nothing but, so how they are performing. For example, if I go with the data science, so I can make this kind of clusters. So in the clusters, I will tell you later probably. Okay, so just for introduction, these things, just I'm giving this the high level stuff. So let's say this is A, this is B, and this is C, right? I'm making a different clusters, so I can say the people, some set of people they're very much strong in some specific subject, and a group of people are very much strong in specific subject, and some set of people they are going to be very strong, they're strong in some set of subject. That is nothing but what is that inside of the data. Okay, so before you're going to the break, just we understand insight. What is the insight? The same way, if you're going to play a role of data scientist, you're supposed to speak inside of the data. It means like as we mentioned earlier, right? There was one nice example, the thought by the economist, right? So if you torture the data and it will kill confess anything. So if you keep on heating the data, try to figure out. For example, if you're normally seeing your marks from uh, first semester to you might be you are in sixth semester, right? So sixth or seventh semester. So all the marks it could be if you see look at that, it's going to be like individual mark. And if it's going to be collating that, if you want to make like your core subject, electronics and communication, and you want to segregate the electrical subject, and you want to make like your non ECE subject means, if you have collated that, that's going to be a different side. And same way, if you want to say the mean in my electronics communication in electronics subject, I got this kind of my average this one, and in non-electronics communication subject going to be my average is this one means is inside of the data. If you're saying yes, I got electronics, what is that? Um, Electronic device and circuits, I got 74 or 80, and I got my electrical circuits, I got 75, and I got another electromagnetic theory, I got so many things, and you might have electrical engineering paper, or it might be a max 1 2 or something like that. So you if you say non EC papers means I got average of 65.73, and here I got 75.73, and this is my average, and this is my mean, this is my mode, and etc. If you say that, that is nothing but insight of the data. So as a data scientist, we have to speak from that in perspective. I tell you who is going that role, earlier role. For example, the 10 people got 80 in all subject, and 10 people and another 5 people got 50 in all subject, and 3 people got like less than 50 in the specific subject means it's a available thing, we are showing that. So what it is available, we are showing directly, taking the data and displaying. That is nothing but if you're showing business intelligent tools, we can represent that. Okay, so I think we have reached time 4, I guess. Is that correct, ma'am? Shall we go for break, guys? Hello, someone can help me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we
Yes,
can
sir.
do, guys? Yeah, guys. So what
Sir,
we can do?
it's 4 here. So
Yeah,
as according to the ma'am, we can go for the break.
yeah. So we'll go for the break in another 10 to 15 minutes. We can reconnect. So here it's around 12:31 a.m. So I'll back 11:46. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, guys. Actually, see, I can understand you guys are like new to this subject, so probably you may know that, but so don't hesitate anything. So please feel free and interact with me so that I can share my knowledge. That is the reason actually your ma'am and bring up me to in this session, even if I'm away 8,000 miles, 8,800 miles away from you guys. Just that's the reason actually you're spending your time as well. Weekends, I'm also spending my weekend. So please, it should be interactive session, it would be really nice to, that's then only you can get so many things from my end and you can struck me. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. So anyways, the first half we are completed, I can see at least 2 or 3 people who started speaking. So we'll go ahead on this. Okay, so I'll stopping the session now.